नित्यानन्देश्वरसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all the visitors, viewers, devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, Sri Mahants, Mahants, Kotaris, Tanidars, and sannyasis who are here for this satsang. Rewrite your future. I'm going to share few practical, experiential, time-tested, foolproof methods, process to help you to rewrite your future. I am very clear. I'll be giving you the practical tools, practical method to rewrite your future. Whatever I am going to share with you all will be the user-friendly version of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Please understand. The user-friendly version of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. What I mean by the word rewrite. Our future, till you wake up and take control over, till you decide to take control over, your future is accident. Waking up and deciding to take control over your future. Please understand. Every one of us wants to control our future, wants to write our future as we want. From time immemorial, human beings entertain this desire to control the future. But unfortunately, did not work in the right direction. Sometimes you try in the wrong direction. Sometimes because you tried in the wrong, you come to the conclusion it is not possible. The first word I want to give to all of you, with all my integrity I tell you, rewriting the future is possible. I have done it. I am sharing with you from my experience. Rewriting your future is possible. Second word I want to give for all of you, it is not difficult. Third, you just need to know how you wrote your past, how your past is affecting your present, how your past is affecting your present and repeating itself as the future. How you wrote your past is called karma. How it is affecting your present is incompletions. How it is repeating, reproducing itself as your future is the accidental, unconscious life most of us are living. Please listen. How you wrote your past, how it is affecting your present, how it is reproducing itself as your future. Knowing the context is the first step. Knowing the context. I'll give you a very simple example. 3 men were working in a stone quarry. All 3 of them are actually breaking stone. One was doing it with so much of sadness. The second one was doing with comfortable level, peacefully. Third one was doing it blissfully, joyfully. Somebody went and asked the guy who was working with a lot of sadness, "Why are you so sad? What are you doing?" He said, "I am breaking stone." He went and asked the guy who is very peaceful, "What are you doing?" "I am making a pillar." He went and asked the third guy who was blissful, "What are you doing?" "I am building a temple." Please listen, all 3 are doing the same job. All 3 are actually doing the same job, doing the same work. But when you don't know the context, you feel tired, bored. When you have somewhat little understanding about the context, you feel peaceful, comfortable. When you know the larger vision of your life, you are blissful. If your life is sandwiched between tiredness and boredom, people wake up so tired, go to bed so wakeful. Why we are doing what we are doing, who we are, where are we heading? Is my today's life adding strength to me? Is it helping me, making me head towards where I am really going or where I really want to go? Is it pushing me towards where I want to go? Please listen. If you know every single day you are living is moving you towards where you want to go, you will never see tiredness or boredom. Tiredness is nothing but conflicts you are entertaining. Boredom is nothing but contradictions you are entertaining. ध्यान से सुनिए. Please listen. All tiredness is nothing but conflicts you are entertaining. All boredom is nothing but contradictions you entertain. It is internal contradictions, internal conflicts that is responsible for tiredness. All tiredness, all boredom is the information you receive from your own inner space that something is not right the way you are living. Tiredness and boredom is the tip of the iceberg. Please understand. I may call it the tiredness and boredom as representatives of karma. I wanted you to understand this word karma. Karma is strong belief of impossibility. Strong belief of impossibility. Anything you start, the flow of life, flow of your thinking, flow of your existence, starting with impossibility, are strongly locked in impossibility. Please understand. It is like driving your car with the handbrakes on. Without releasing the handbrakes, if you drive your car, how it will be? That is exactly. Without releasing the impossibility, without completing with impossibility, if you push your life, sometimes you may move, you may reach, but listen, with a lot of difficulty. Completing with impossibilities. Completing with impossibilities is the first step in the life. Completing with impossibilities is the first step in the life. I may call it completing with impossibility only as chitta shuddhi. Making your inner space available to you. Karma. Karma means your strong beliefs of impossibility. Your strong beliefs of impossibility is karma. Understand? There are thousands and thousands of definitions about karma. I am defining in such a way it is directly useful to you. The definition is directly helpful to you. Let us see now how we built our past. The very funny thing in our life is not even how we built our past. Whenever the new ideas to rewrite your future comes, you think, oh, how can these ideas work? In the past, they all did not help me. Please listen. In the past, you never used them. You never applied them in your life. But you go on believing in the past you used and they did not work for you. This is what I call delusion. The truths which you never applied, but without even applying, you reject it, saying it will not be useful for me because it was not useful for me in the past. Listen. The most dangerous thing in the life is not even messing up your past. All of us have messed up our past. Please be very clear. All of us. Unless you are an enlightened being, came down with a clear purpose and vision. Every human being has messed up with the past. Messing up with the past is usual. That is not something, a big problem to be worried about, to be bothered about. The biggest problem is when the solutions are available to you, when the right truths are available to you, when the right methodology is available to you, when the right technology is available to you, you start thinking, I already applied these thoughts, ideas in my past, and they did not work for me, and they are not going to work for me in the future. With this delusion, rejecting the possibility for rewriting the future is the biggest problem human beings suffer. You never applied these principles completely in the past, but you strongly believe you tried and it is not working for you. It was not successful for you in the past. Listen. Many times, again and again and again, you discover a solution for a problem. In 3-4 days, you forget the solution, fall into the same problem, and think for 1 week and find the same solution. After you find the same solution, 2 days you feel, yes, what a great solution. But I found the same solution few days before. Why did I forget? And you try to retain the solution. Again, in 1 week you forget that solution, fall into the same problem, same rut, same thinking trend of problem. Again, after 1 week of thinking, contemplating, you find the same solution. And again you feel, why did I forget the same solution? This time I will write this solution in a paper and stick it next to my bed. Whether you stick it next to your bed or on your back or on your face or on your mirror, wherever you want, you can stick it. But when you fall into the same rut again you forget the solution and you are back to square one. How many of you can honestly look in and see you have this problem? Raise your hand. Yes. Great. Please relax. You are successful in the first step. Means diagnosing the problem.